Is now okay?
Yeah,
it's okay now.
It's fine now.
Jokers.
You fucked it up again.
Completely unscripted, as you can tell. Welcome to week 28 of Show Me Your Medals. And the funny thing is, someone who won't be getting a league medal is Harry Kane, as Leverkusen were confirmed champions. So that Show Me Your Medal argument still applies to Harry Kane.
Still one season wonder, isn't it?
Still one season wonder, unless he can turn around the Champions League, but 100% he won't be getting a league medal this year. All right.
Tottenham and curse, that is.
Little football fact.
Yeah.
All right. What went on this week?
Fucking bullshit.
Actually, no. I'll do my quick one because I didn't even be honest. I didn't even watch the game. I was out with Will having the meal. So obviously 2-2, but spot on. That was my prediction, 2-2. So like I said, never confident. Betting back in United. Predicted 2-2. 2-2 was it. Bruno Fernandes, 2 goals. He should be beating a side at Bournemouth. I keep saying he should be beating at Bournemouth, but that is where we are now. If I think Man United would go win, I would have predicted. You actually gave Will. You said 3-1 to United. Gave a bit more credit. Dave, Bournemouth victory. But yeah, you should be putting away these teams. And now, I think a few weeks ago we were talking about making top 5, glimmer of hope. That's complete. I've been saying that anyway. Now is officially dead and buried. Yeah, I would say.
Well,
do you know what?
Yeah, go on.
Points wise, no, but yeah. But do you know what's crazy is that as bad as Chelsea we say has been, yeah, if they win their games in hand, they would overtake United. So it's just like, what the hell is that? Chelsea the worst seasons of worst seasons, and United, it's been shit. So that's all it is really.
It was shocking. So I didn't watch the game, but I looked at halftime stats. You let them have 15 shots a game. It's like you're never going to win anything if you give that team.
I think that's happening in every game. My friend from Thailand, a football tipsy, he backs like the teams that United play loads of shots and loads of corners, and then he won a fat one against Liverpool, and he's like, look, United's the best one for these. And like you just said, Bournemouth had all these, so it's probably proving true. So yeah, 6 games left? Just season.
It's Ten Hag.
Move on.
It's Ten Hag.
Yeah.
It's not the players, surely. Like when you think back to Sir Alex Ferguson the last season of Sir Alex Ferguson, yeah. Come on, like he had a bad team. Yeah, look how bad his team was, but he still managed to do something with that team.
Yeah, but we know that though. But Alex brought a different kind of and then the other teams are like that means. Were United that good, or were the other teams are shit? Because now it's a lot more harder. Now there's like 6 proper solid teams, whereas those years, it's like always a 2-horse race. But the first thing about Ten Hag, he's always falling out with players. There's so many players he's fallen out with that through his few years that he's been here. So is it him? Who knows?
It's a hard one because obviously Ten Hag's not an idiot. Even though he won the league with Ajax, he had to set up a team still and make them tactically aware. And obviously, he got to the semi-finals of the Champions League when he lost to Spurs.
Yeah.
Right. So he's not like a new coach. He knows how to set up a team. He knows tactics. He knows how to scout the opposition. But he's not doing that at United.
Yeah, the thing with Ten Hag is that he actually has the look and I say the characteristic and to the way he carries himself of a big club manager. Do you get what I mean? He's not a Moyes. Moyes was proper out of his depth. But I'm saying the results and the season has not matched that kind of what you expect. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, we'll just see how this season ends. Really, people ask, should he leave? Is the question who else comes in it? I don't know, but. It's like I say, he keeps falling out of his players. Even Anthony now is the latest one, and rumours he's falling out of, and that's his man. That's the guy from Ajax.
That's the thing. He's been supporting Anthony all season and then for them something happened. I don't know. I don't know. You have to. It's probably a combination of everything, but
we'll see. I don't see him leaving anytime soon. Anyway, I think he'll start next. He'll start next season for sure. There's almost an acceptance of where United are, like in their place. There's no repercussions kind of thing as it were.
But having him for another season means you have to go through a summer transfer window with him. That means you got the back in.
More Ajax boys, isn't it? More Ajax boys.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, let's go on to Super Sunday.
Super Sunday, Liverpool's game, yeah?
Let's start with Liverpool games first. Yeah, we were shit. We're so shit.
No. Your bloody
Nunes.
You
say that though, actually.
Nunes was shit.
I watched it. Liverpool were pettering that goal. They had Henderson, I wouldn't say playing at his skin, made a lot of half decent saves. There were probably more shit finishes than Henderson, great saves, but he was always there. And there was there was about watching like 3 or 4 last minute defending clearances. Do you get what I mean? Those things go for you. You're looking at like a 4-1, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah, but we've been like that for the last probably 2 weeks. We've been like peppering teams, can't score, and then they score. And sometimes, majority of the time, we've come back, but this time we didn't. And it just shows you have to be really clinical. I know it's a cliche. There's no point creating 100 chances if you don't score 1. So we're shit in that term, and obviously, I was a bit disappointed. I had to turn it off.
What minute did you turn off this time? You have a habit of not finishing the games, Dave.
Yeah, I'm a bitter fan. Actually, you know, this is how bad it was. I turned it off when Paddy scored.
You hardly watched any of the game, mate.
I know. It hadn't been half time yet. Because I knew the writing was on the wall, so I turned it off. Obviously, I kept a cheeky eye on the scores, but I turned it off. I hate watching Liverpool lose.
But Liverpool, in terms of this season, 21 games that they've let in the first goal.
I know.
21 games.
But we're relying on scoring in those last 15 minutes, which were the highest across all 5 leagues, in doing so. But we can't rely on that. That's going to catch you out one day, and it caught us out with Palace, caught us out with United scum. And a couple of other games. So, it's disappointing to sort of get to this stage and not being able to finish teams off, which we were doing early in the season. And we dropped points. We got 1 in the last. Not 1, 2. I can't remember. 2 in the last 9 or something like that. I think it was. Or something like that. But I'm a bit disappointed. I thought the opportunity, considering that we knew City won the day before, we had to go out and win. So, not like we wouldn't have gone out and won anyway, but we know City, yeah. And then another annoying thing about that day, this little fucker kept fucking texting me about Liverpool.
At first you were ignoring it. I know you were ignoring it, mate. I know you were ignoring it. I saw you, bro.
I was ignoring it because obviously I was bitter, and then we'll talk about it in a second. But and then Arsenal's game just made me feel a lot better. But
it's funny how that happens. You know who the real winner is here? Is that bastard over there? Loving it. Have you noticed? All week he's been sending memes about all that shit.
I said this week it's the football's fun again. For me, this is meant to have football fun. This made me like football content, reading these memes, and these memes they've been great, man. They've been like top class.
The AI is real, man.
Yeah.
I can laugh about it now, but during that game, because obviously I thought Arsenal were going to do the business, and I thought, shit, we're completely out of it, and City won. But I still feel it's City's now, because they've got a track record of just going on this amazing run, winning all their games. No matter what we do, we can win all our games, but City will. What's going to be really, really shit if City win by 1 point a game? Because that's been the 3rd time they've done it to us by winning by that 1 point. So, but it's our own fault. Weren't clinical. Then put chances away. That's what happens at the top level. And it's not like. I don't know. It's it's been a bad week for Liverpool. Obviously, we got turned over by Atalanta on Thursday. But I thought, after speaking on Friday a few days ago, that this was a sort of redemption with Palace. But no.
See, Will, the hot and spicy meal for 2 medals. Don't worry, man. Don't worry. They ain't doing jack shit. Never in doubt.
That's why you gave me 2 out of 4, right?
Exactly. Never in doubt.
Yeah. But it's, I'm still hopeful, but I know City are strong in this bit, this sort of running now. They might drop points, don't know. But I can see us dropping points again. That's the thing. But over the Will.
Honestly, I was deflated after watching that game. I actually sat and watched through it because I felt like even though Aston Villa scored, I felt like we could do it in terms of score. I thought we played really well in the first half. We didn't take our chances. Like there was a good few balls going into the box, and players not arriving into the box to tap ins. Havertz had a few 1-on-1s. I mean, Arteta switched around the tactics a little bit so that he can have Jesus as the false 9, and then when they were on the attacking, then Havertz will go up front. I think it worked. It's just that I don't know why, but Havertz doesn't like shooting first time. He doesn't like shooting first time. He takes his time, bobbles it around, lets the defender get around on him, and then that's it. Chance gone. Like he's not 1-on-1, but he's through on goal basically.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of his weaker traits for abilities in that role. I thought he did okay. It's just that he just didn't take his chances. But overall, yeah, first half was great. I liked it, liked what I saw. That's why I was still confident. And then as soon as I think it was a mistake from us for the first goal, Ollie Watkins gets in and scores a beautiful. He had a load of chances as well, but I don't know. I think after that game, it was very deflating, and just as you said, Dave, like knowing what City can do, it's just like it feels like it's done. Like we had it in our hands. We had it in our hands, and we kind of had to win this game because we still have Chelsea, Spurs, and United, which are not easy games at all, but winnable. But I think with this heavy blow, I don't know if the players are going to react. From previous seasons, it's always this mid-April. Well, I kind of said it a few weeks ago. Like it's mid-April where we start to crumble after a quarterfinal of anything, the Champions League or Europa. It just everything seems to unwind for Arsenal for some reason. I hope it changes, but I just don't see it happening. I think this is the catalyst now. Good evening was fucking laughing his head off, as graceful as he was on the interview. But he must be laughing. He took 6 points from us this season. He's laughing, man. And
man's doing the dance in the AI video again, isn't he?
Yeah, it's like we missed such a massive opportunity with what we knew. I don't know if it's nerves getting to us or what, but that is unacceptable, though. To
be honest, though, to give Villa some credit, they're a good team on form. You know what I mean?
I never said they weren't. I never said they weren't.
Yeah, no, I know. But I'm saying it's the expectation of Arsenal to win this game. I think is a bit too unjust. I know you're in a title charge, and then you know these are games you need to win, but it's not as bad as Liverpool's losing to Palace. Do you get what I mean? It's not Palace. It's
still a top 6 team. It's top 6 team.
Yeah, top 6 team. So to win the league is a game that Arsenal should have won. But what I'm saying is not overly shocking, right? From what we're seeing from social media of Villa winning, they were very capable of winning that game. Villa. Yeah, and I think it's just more everyone's happy for the meltdown because Arsenal lost. Yeah, but to give Villa, more credit. It's a bit like I'm not even sure if I can put Man United, but if Man United gets a result of Liverpool, Arsenal, whatnot, it's not the biggest surprise. That makes sense because it's Man United, right? I mean, maybe this is even more so Villa. So yeah, with that, it's a game you needed to win, but
we needed to win that. I'm not saying that we were entitled to win it. I'm not saying that. I think what I'm saying is the importance of winning this match would put us. Obviously, it would have put us top. And it would give a message to both teams that we're here to stay, and we didn't take that opportunity, knowing that
the message. I said the message the team that other gave was Man City beat Villa 4-1 at home. That's the message they sent. Do you know what I mean? And then Villa comes to Arsenal and beats them.
I think because you guys played last, so obviously you knew our result as well.
That's right. I think because the game came last, then the expectation came because everyone's laughing at Liverpool. It's your chance to proper hammer it home, and then you didn't even get a draw. Also lost as well. It's just it's crazy. Yeah.
But I did like that anyway. It made me feel better.
We did like.
You should have seen the chat. You should have seen the chat.
Yeah, you're right, Dave.
Like,
what is it?
I messaged Dave when I saw that 1-0 Crystal Palace. I was like, "How you feeling, Dave? You all right?"
Yeah.
And then nothing. And then later when friggin' Aston Villa scores. He's like,
do you know what? He got confident. He didn't even. It was 0-0 at that point.
I did that
0-0 when he sent that one, and you said, "Don't worry, there's still plenty of time." So that's how confident he was, mate.
Yeah,
he said it.
He saw it coming. Saw his little crystal ball, rubbing his crystal ball. Yeah, that was terrible.
So now we're all on basically it's City's league, right? As we predicted.
I'm just looking at the fixtures now.
It's City to lose.
We said it. The fixtures of City was so easy. It's so easy. But the only thing is, even though they were easy, all Arsenal and Liverpool needed to, or I say all, was win their games. And it didn't matter how easy City's games were. But now, that Sunday has just crushed it all because they got easy fixtures and all they need to do is win them. And they probably, most likely will. We'll see. But yeah, there still could be some twists and turns. I hope for our sake for the season, there are City slips up, which they can. I think they obviously they went 1-0 down to Palace, but obviously they caught it back. But shit like that, we'll see.
I think they're too strong at home. I think there's a chance they might slip up. We've got Brighton away next game,
Brighton are off,
and then Spurs away.
Loads of injuries.
Yeah, semi last game, but I can't see them. No, I think Spurs away might be the one that's going to slip them up.
Yeah, you look at it. There's not even any bogey teams that are around. I mean, Fulham, West Ham, Wolves, Forest. They're not going to do anything. You know what I mean? So, oh well.
Forest might. That Gibbs White. That is it. Gibbs White. That Gibbs White is quite good.
Yeah, Gibbs White. That's because he came from Arsenal, isn't it? The punk.
Did he? I don't think he did.
You pick it up. I think he did.
Yeah, Morgan Gibbs White. Yeah.
Came from Arsenal way back.
He left because he couldn't get any game time. But I think the only thing I say about those fixtures is that obviously you don't really want to play a relegation threatened team because they've got more to lose.
But that's like saying Chelsea should have been afraid of Everton, and look what they did.
Did you see the penalty for Asco? That was
what a bunch of jokers!
Oh, they're winning I don't know.
And it wasn't just two people fighting; it was three. It's like
three people.
It was jokes, man. It was.
It's like okay, Nicholas Jackson might have might feel hard done by because he's obviously been brought in as a main striker and that stuff. But that other guy, he's a nobody. He's like, why are you taking penalties?
Or whatever?
Yeah.
Madueke.
Yeah, he's a nobody. He's like fringe player. So.
I don't know why they backed me up more because coming from Arsenal because he didn't. He came from Wolves.
Yeah.
I don't know why I fucking Arsenal.
I didn't think he
Arsenal
did.
No, wasn't there someone similar?
He was at Wolves for a while. I've just looked. I was thinking,
you know who you're thinking of? I know who you're thinking of. It's that Walker.
Maitland-Niles?
Walker.
No, Maitland.
He's about Maitland-Niles.
Yeah.
Who you are talking about, Will?
The Walker, Walker Peters or something like that.
No, Walker Peters from Spurs.
Yeah, he was from Spurs, but I think what David was
okay.
talking about.
Anyway.
You're right. It's Maitland-Niles.
You're thinking. Maitland's been around everywhere, but yeah, I don't know why it gives White, but yeah, it makes sense. I give White that Wolves, but anyway, we're digressing again. Are we done with the footy?
Yeah, predictions.
Yeah,
double game week.
Yeah, predictions.
I think you got one right last week. Yeah, you got.
No, I got score right, and I got Liverpool. No, I didn't. No, I just got that. No, just got the score right. Keep it there.
All right. So we've got double game week. We'll do the Arsenal games first. Wolves versus Arsenal. If we don't win that, then that is definitely over. But I'm going. Wolves gonna be retribution, but no, Wolves got quite good players, haven't they? That Eight Nora, have they got that Eight Nora? Is it
Out Nori? I think he was injured though.
Is he?
Kunha's on form. Go on, you do your.
It's a tough one away. Retribution. If we lose that, that's it. That's no more league. But I think Arsenal and Arteta will instill something in the squad. They would have had a right bollocking after that game, after that Villa game. You want this light bulb or not?
You're the energy. Energy.
Where the fucking energy gone? Arsenal 3-0.
Yeah, I reckon there'll be a draw this one. I think it'll be a draw. I think 1-1. 1-1 sounds good.
Yeah. And then
I'm thinking draw. I'm thinking 0-0.
Okay. And then the next one after that would be Fulham Liverpool. Fulham. Let's do Arsenal games first.
Arsenal Chelsea, yeah.
Arsenal Chelsea, yeah. But there's a day before that with Fulham Liverpool. But I would do Arsenal Chelsea. Yeah. I don't fucking know, man. This Cole Palmer guy, man. Where City lost a good one.
Before he's top goal scorer, joint top goal scorer, and before he scored 4, and I was just thinking, because he's got so many goals, we're kind of bigging him up, but a lot of them were penalties, but he's actually has scored other decent goals. So I don't know what to judge of him, because when a player scores so many penalties, it's stat padding. Do you know what I mean?
It's like that Pepe. He came to
which Pepe?
Arsenal.
Pepe. Yeah. He had X amount of goals in France, but a majority were penalties. You take that away.
It's like Alan Shearer.
A strong player.
When Alan Shearer scored that 30 goals that season, 10 of them were penalties.
Yeah, but I'm saying with that one, we know Alan Shearer is class, is good, and then on top of that, it's like saying Salah. Then Salah is good with pens, that kind of thing. But with Cole Palmer, I weren't too sure about him because it's so many pens, but he has proven other match winners in other bits as well. You know what I mean?
He's top scorer with Haaland, isn't he? 20. 20.
Imagine the odds on that at the start, man.
Go on, Will.
I don't know.
It's hard to say these.
1-0.
I think Arsenal should win. Arsenal will win.
Yeah, 1-0 Arsenal. And then, come on, guys.
I'll give Arsenal a 3-2 Arsenal.
I'm going to go 2-0 Arsenal.
2-0. And we've got
more
Fulham.
Confidence in Wolves than we're doing Chelsea. That makes complete.
I think it's Arsenal at home as well.
Does make sense. Yeah, it's true.
Well, mate. Fuck you, man. And then we've got Fulham Liverpool.
Fulham Liverpool. What do I think? Fucking hell.
I think Liverpool's going to win both their games quite easily.
I think it might. Yeah, I think obviously the pressure got to us. It might suit us that the pressure's slightly off, in a way. 2-0 Liverpool.
I'll copy a 2-0 Liverpool. I think don't think Fulham won't have much.
I'll go 2-1 then with that one, and then Everton Liverpool.
Tasty one.
Tasty Merseyside derby.
We're going to turn them over. They haven't beaten us in 10 years.
They may not have beaten you, but Pickford has injured Van Dijk, so that makes up for it, I guess.
Yeah, that's why he's always going to be a wanker in my book. I'm gonna, because of that spurred me on a bit. I'm going, because I got spanked by Chelsea, 4-0 Liverpool.
Okay, I'll do a. Can he even score?
Calvert-Lewin's out, and that
3-0
dog shit.
3-0 Liverpool.
Yeah.
3-0 Liverpool. That Beto's as bad as Man United's Beto, isn't it?
All right, 5-0 Liverpool. 5-0 Liverpool.
Right.
You're winning both your games, Dave.
We can't score.
You got United, Sheffield United, and Sheffield United. Come on, boy. Okay. Come on. This team is dog shit, man.
This is dog shit. Say, United is winning this one. 3-0 United. And I think that's a good one. United, Sheffield United are bad.
Sheffield United are dog.
Bad. Yeah.
I think they're going to be fighting relegation.
They're gone already.
Yeah, but
no one is mathematically dead yet.
They're going to grind out. They're going to go for a draw. I will say
11 men in goal.
1-1.
Wow. Nah, 3-1. I'll go 3-1. Some United defensive mistake for them to score a goal, and then 3-1 for that. All right, I think we're done.
Yeah.
Fantasy football.
Shit game.
I've not touched it.
I'm writing that off like United's written off top 6, mate. Yeah,
switched off. Yeah.
It's actually I got a personal battle with Dave. Is that bet £10 or £20, Dave? Is it? I think it's 10, right?
It's 10. Yeah.
10. Okay. Actually, so I need to. What's the gap now?
It's
only 3 points. No, we're back in.
It's only 3 points.
You got any chips left?
Bench boost.
Yeah. Okay. Same. So
everyone's got bench boost still, I think.
Oh.
Palmer's been on ridiculous form. So look, his last 5 games. Okay, you got 13, 15, 20,
yeah, I've seen that.
5, and 26. Mad. It's like
you should have just left him on the thing, and then you would have overtaken him.
One time I had him. If I left it on there, I might be in the lobster table, mate. That's how crazy it is.
You should have just left it from that day, and then you've been lobster table easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have left it that day. You'd be on the lobster table easy.
But captains then. So just as captain anyway. I think I'm on Salah, but he's not been great now, has he?
No, I wouldn't.
Fulham and Everton away. Surely he's get some goals there. Because you've got to be a double game weeker, obviously, your captain, right?
Yeah, no, I agree. I
reckon Haaland will turn over Brighton.
Well, on a single game, yeah?
On a single game.
Yeah, but, you got to do it. Yeah, there's a few more ones, like Arsenal.
Mate, there's double game trap, boy.
Yeah, there's always double game trap. Like, freaking probably play one game.
Honestly, I don't feel Arsenal are going to do that well. No. I think this is it. After Aston Villa, this is put a dent. Like I would love to see them to have character and turn it all around, but it's just I just feel like it's just going to be the same old thing. I hate to be negative. I think Arteta's done what he can with the squad this time round.
Okay, I think Salah is the one, the captain. Then what I reckon? On the basis that he rarely goes like a few games without getting a decent score.
Eid's finished now. Ramadan's finished now. So is he? Is it? Is that right? Am I right in saying that?
Yeah, he's Muslim.
So he's gonna be eating properly now. So he's probably got energy to play.
Yeah, I think Liverpool's have the best fixtures of that double game week. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see if it's a trap or not.
Might be a trap, boy.
Fucking bullshit game.
All right, look, half an hour mark. We're getting good at this, I think. Is that the earliest we've been?
Probably for a long time. Yeah.
Okay. Question. I got loads of questions, and I'm wondering: are they getting smarter, or is it these questions from the same person? But a lot of the questions starts with "Hi, three uncles," and then there's a question in it. Brings a little smile to my face when I see it in that kind of
When
format.
I last looked at it, we were on 8 questions or something, or 6 questions. It's 11 questions now. Right, these
people are coming through. People are coming through.
I don't even look.
Let's. This one made me laugh. We'll be a quick one. It was. You mentioned doghouse last week. What is it?
I think you should answer that then.
Always go. So I thought it's a universal thing, but I don't know. Surely it's not only a guy thing, right? Like people must know, but I guess I don't know. But a doghouse is I don't know, it's a tongue-in-cheek term of when we say like a guy is in trouble with the missus. You know, there's always like, oh, Bo, are you allowed out, or are you in a doghouse kind of thing? Everyone knows. Doghouse means, you know, basically you're just you're in trouble, isn't it? It's kind of like being sent to your room.
Dog. Yes, the dog's been sent out.
And I think it must be like you know, dog. You know, you go there kind of thing. So
being grounded.
It's basically being grounded, and it's a tongue-in-cheek version of, are you on good terms with your missus, or is she mad at you? Right. So basically, every guy knows about the doghouse. Yeah. So there you go. That's the doghouse.
No, I'm in the doghouse.
I like this question, but I couldn't think of an answer. So you guys can fire away one. It says, "Hi, three uncles. What belief do you hold that many people disagree with?"
What beliefs do you hold that many people?
It's kind of like Dave's one. I believe the moon landing is fake, but a lot of people disagree with that kind of thing. Yeah, go on, Dave.
Android is better than Apple.
Okay, yeah, that's a fair point. That's fair enough.
PC is better than Mac.
PC is better than Mac.
PC gaming better than console gaming.
Okay, stuff like that. Yeah, fine.
Yeah,
fine.
But I don't know if that's the direction.
No. That is it. I mean,
I don't know if
it could be more meaty. Like, I give you a controversial one, but I don't know if when people agree with it. But I'll be like, you know, gay people are made and not born. You see, so there you go.
Yeah, definitely getting cancelled. We're definitely getting cancelled.
But okay, we widen that up. Do you believe that, or do you disagree with that?
I honestly feel I can't answer that question.
Gay people are made, not born.
Yeah, but that might be a belief that I believe in that people don't agree with. But I might actually find that people do agree with me, but don't want to say. But I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there a little bit. I mean, I'm not. Yeah.
But you from experience of hearing like gay friends say, like, I just always felt like I was. It kind of that signifies to me that they
were born.
They were born with it. That signifies to me. So I can only believe what people tell me. I've never experienced that before. I'm hetero, so I don't know. Like, I don't know how to answer that. I honestly think that
I'm with you on that. But I mean, it's only because I'm not going to dismiss. I can't completely dismiss if someone tells me that that's their truth. You know what I mean? But
I've never heard anyone say. Yeah, I've never heard anyone say, I grew up with 2 dads in that environment, and that's all I know.
Yeah,
and that's environment based. I've never heard anything like that, and a lot of the times it's from male and female parents, and they've said that they've always been that way. Like, I don't know. Like, I honestly
must twinged in very early, or I'll give you something stupid, and it might be the same. But you know, like kids, all kids for me, right, are naughty. Humans are naughty. Humans want to do bad things. They want to do naughty things, yeah, and they want to run havoc. And as parents, we steer them not to be naughty. For example, kids don't want to share. We steer them to share. Kids don't want to go sleep. We steer them to go sleep. Kids don't want to eat. We steer them to eat. Right. So it's stuff like that. And again, it's all the environment. So,
okay.
Are you getting my link or not? Yeah, I'm saying that even if they had, you know, thingy tendencies, it could have been steered out of them from a younger age. If that makes sense,
Yeah,
do you get me? So basically, it might not be that they were influenced to be gay, but I'm saying they were not influenced not to be gay, right? You get it? Yeah, it's a difference. Some people might think, oh, you were made gay, but I'm saying maybe you can steer them not to be gay. Does that get what I'm trying to say?
I get it. Or here's something else then that's on the same sort of thing. Are top level athletes born
made or
taught?
But it's a bit of both then, because you because we always say we're proper digressing from what this question was. We always do this. That's why I like expanding these questions out, right?
Yeah.
We were going to move on until I come out of this a bit thing. Good. But with that, because that makes sense to me. Because the question always is that professional athletes that have kids, do they take the genes off them or are they taught? And it's a bit of both, because you can have let's say George Best and his son. His son was nowhere to be seen, Callum Best. You get what I mean? And but that's because he probably tried, but there's only a certain level that people can reach with their genes, and then the rest becomes your environment. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And I'll give you an example, like in MMA, the Gracies, the best BJJ practitioners in the world. Every single one of them were BJJ practitioners, and it's because of their environment. So they were almost made to hone their skill into fighting and being.
But let's go back. You talk about George. Yeah, you talk about parents and their kids being athletes. What about the original parents, where their parents were not athletes?
Like Ronaldo.
Exactly, but it's got to start.
Yeah,
it's got to start somewhere, though.
Let's talk about
because basically within everyone, there's a talent.
Yeah.
And so it's about drawing out that talent. And what I'm saying, a lot of talent might get suppressed because they don't get to expand on it. Whereas you're going to get that one freak like Ronaldo who just expands on that talent and then becomes it, right? And then,
but then go back to your original question.
Yeah,
why can't that happen with homosexuals?
I forgot. What's the link now? I don't get the link.
But the born with it. The born with. Like Ronaldo, he was born with certain characteristics. Obviously, he done something about it, but a talent like him, that is not manufactured. He's got to have something like some skills that he was born with.
Are we going down the path of linking being a professional athlete and having certain skills and being born with that and honed to being born homosexual? I can't see the link.
I'm just saying there's certain things that you are born with, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay, but
I know that, but that's what you believe. But I'm just saying from what I see is that I think there's certain there might be I don't it's not all from environment. I think homosexual, there's certain characteristics that I think you are probably born. Like Will says, I heard a lot of people say, they always felt something was different about them when they were younger.
We started earlier. We forgot loads of time to answer loads of questions. We're going to spend half an hour on this one. I give you one more thing to try give you my viewpoint of it. It's that in Thailand there's a lot of ladyboys, yeah. But why is it that only that one country, that culture has loads of ladyboys? And that's because it's honed, is allowed in that culture of Thailand. So then, because that news is out there that ladyboys exist, people in Thailand will go out and be like, "Oh, maybe I'm a ladyboy and I want to be a ladyboy." But why doesn't that happen in a country that is not so normed? Why isn't there more of us be like, "Oh, I want to be a ladyboy"? Does that make sense? You're almost influenced by the what you're allowed to be influenced by. Does that make sense? Or not? Am I trying to?
That's interesting. Yeah,
I always say these things. I don't know. In my head, it sounds right, but I don't know how it comes from when you think about it. But why is it that one country that allows it and embraces it, there is a lot of them, and that's because it's an ideology that is everywhere. They go around and they see it when they're younger, and they'll be like, "Oh, maybe I am." But if they were born in Thailand and brought up in a different country, that thought wouldn't enter their head. They're only influenced by it. Do you get me? Do you get yeah?
I think there is some sense in that, where environment. So that in terms of your wouldn't say argument, but what you're trying to say is that the environment has heavily influenced youngsters.
So, for example,
people
the
growing
ladyboy
up.
was not born a ladyboy. They're born a ladyboy. They were born as we are all born, but because that is around everywhere, then subliminal messages, and then they were like, okay, I'm a ladyboy, and then they would if we interview a ladyboy, they'd be like, no, I was born like this. It's me. Do you get what I'm saying? Whereas you take that same kid, that same child, and moved him, and someone adopted him. I don't think a ladyboy thought would even go in his head because he wouldn't even know about it in another country. Like that stuff like that.
Yeah.
So if you broaden, trying to get what I'm trying to say, and think of all these other influences, everything plays a part. Yeah,
it's thought invoking for sure. I am still under my own opinion where you should be allowed to be what you want to be in that sense, but then I think environment has an effect on it all. Like there is elements of that where environment does have that type of influence or can have that influence. But I don't know.
I think environment enhances what's already there. Is what I feel.
Yeah, I agree with that. So, but this is what I said from the start. So they might have that twinge of being homosexual, and then it's allowed to manifest. Whereas you might have someone who have that twinge, but then it's suppressed. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Not everyone is slightly different, but yeah. Anyway, we spent a good 11 minutes on that, so moving on. Right, this is a question.
You said this was going to be a quick one. Oh,
it was very a quick one. I thought it was short and sweet, and then it went to that. I knew I shouldn't have opened my bloody mind.
That's an interesting. It's an interesting topic, right?
You know how I started that question? I said, guys, I don't have one, but I'm going to ask you this.
Blame yourself then.
Anyway, it goes next one. So it's hi, three uncles. Similar theme to last week's question. A few of my friends are very secretive and not very open about what they share, i.e., they will say that they are busy but not divulge where, or they will say, I'm not in the country but won't say where or who with. Why are my friends like this? It makes me want to share less info about my life with them. So it doesn't end with it as that question, but maybe it's like, why are my friends like this, and how would it affect you? How would you treat that friend? And why are they like that?
I think I'm like that.
Okay.
I think
you're 100% like that, mate. We didn't even know you were seeing someone for freaking God knows how long.
Yeah, but I feel very much that, not just about that, girls, but very secretive in a way. Why am I like that? I don't know. I think it's a good question.
Do you not? Is it because you just don't like the drama that it entails? You don't need that drama around me. Is it because the type of person you're introverted?
I'm an introvert. Right? I think that's a given, and I think because of that, I have less desire to be the main character, as we've used a lot in the last few weeks, and less desire to be in the spotlight. So I think that's part of it as well.
Is it because you?
Point you're saying, but then when like that, I think some of this question, and this question leans on. So you're like that as as you as a standalone. But if a friend approached you and tried to dig some information out of you, are you still secretive?
No.
And I think you are a little bit. Right? I'd be like, Dave, who'd you go on holiday with? And you'd be like, oh, no one. And then, where'd you go? Oh, nowhere. Do you get what I'm saying?
I wouldn't be that cold or that sort of give those one-liners. I will divulge who I went with and where did I go. No, I have done.
If it was with Michelle, you wouldn't have said with Michelle. Like if we hadn't known about Michelle, you wouldn't have said with Michelle. You would have just said, "Oh, I just went holiday with."
But I would have told you where
relatives
I went.
Or something. Okay.
Yes and no, maybe. But
I think it's dependent, right? It's dependent on the people that you want to share that info with.
Yeah, I wouldn't hold back all that. Like, I wouldn't hold back everything. Obviously, I'll tell you, what I did, where I went, that sort of thing. Maybe not who I've gone with, but all the information I'll disclose. So I'll disclose. So probably, probably not to that extent. I will probably hold back who I've been with. But yeah, I don't do that anymore. So it's all good.
Okay,
it's all good. But yeah, I think with my natural characteristics, I sort of understand that, but I wouldn't hold back on everything.
But then, do you find the flip side? And but then, if everyone had the same mentality as you, Dave, there'd be no chatter. There'd be nothing to talk about. There'd be nothing to share. There'd be no.
No. But
we'll talk about other things, I guess. But sometimes it's to talk about life, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's like.
Yeah, but well. No, but every time I have been away, even though I haven't told you who we're with, I've told you what I've done and what I've.
Yeah, I suppose. It's not aimed at you. I'm just trying to dissect this question a bit more because I think it's aimed at.
But yeah, I think there are some people out there who are worse than me. Who just don't want people to know what they've done, who they've been with, where they went.
And but where can you try to think of where do you think that mentality comes from? Do you think it's just they're just sitting there thinking it's none of your business? Like, why do you need to know? And I think that's what it is. They'll be like, you don't need to know almost. Yeah.
Nah, it could be like they've shared in the past with whatever friends, and their so-called friends have used that information against them somehow, and it's just like the feeling of being burnt and the hurt that is created. Then it's like, well, I'm not going to tell anyone anything because, to be honest with you, who cares apart from me? Like, I should make myself happy. I think that's it is a mentality that is from the hurt or the trauma, but I think that's part of the reason why people do that. I think my parents do that a lot. They don't really tell even us, the kids, like, too much on what their plans and the daily doings are. Like, even my mum doesn't really tell me exactly where she is or whatever, just because, not because of us, but like just in the past, it's just the innate thing that they do just to protect themselves as well. It is a form of protection of themselves from being burnt just for any type of information. Is no, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, and the person might not like being quizzed so much as well.
Yeah. I think what you said about not wanting a spotlight, a main character syndrome, kind of, I think summarizes it quite a lot. I think a lot of people just want to sit in the background, and like you said, you don't need to know that information. Do you know what I mean? Whereas you might have others who would be more like. I think it comes down to social media as well, because I would incline like Dave, like you being you and more secretive, you're less inclined to use social media, right? So I think it's a whole personality thing. Do you know what I mean? Where someone who shares a lot and talks a lot is that type of sharing more. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I think that those two things goes hand in hand. I think it's a big character trait. Yeah. Okay. There's no question. Have you had any experience of a long distance? This question doesn't start with "Hi, free uncle," so I don't like it as much. But anyway, have you had any experience of a long distance relationship, and what would be your key tip to consider if wanting to give it a go? Anyone experienced one by like we'll start with that. Anyone experienced a long distance relationship?
I had an ex-girlfriend in. God, I had an ex-girlfriend in Wales before, and obviously being young and not having enough money, it's all about communication at the end of the day. I think technology now is one of those key things. It's communication, being on the phone, talking. You don't have to do it all the time, but I think that's the one thing that would kind of help. It is hard. I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely hard. Like you can't just drive, across London or whatever it is. Even some people think across London is long distance. Do you know what I mean? And if depending on the type of person you are in terms of your, I want to say love language, but not. I don't know if everyone knows about that, but it really does depend on your love language on what that is for you to share those experiences and interactions together. It might be hard if you need, for example, physical touch or a cuddle or whatever. Then it's not probably gonna be the best option. Whereas some people or some couples can do it, just being mature about it, having that mindset for it. But really, the key thing is can you handle not being with that person physically? Can you handle the I don't want to say fear, but can you trust them fully in that situation? Can you handle the hurt if it doesn't happen in terms of you two staying together? I think those are some of the things. I'm sure there's a much more broader spectrum of things that to consider, but that it's very similar to just having a relationship anyway. But the distance does create that void.
Yeah, it just creates more difficulties. But it creates more difficulties, but then ultimately, if they're worth fighting to overcome it, you overcome it, is what I would say. And I think the question said the experience along the line, and I think I can draw back. I had one when my first relationship, and then she went to go to Japan to teach, and then it was been like a 1 year gig, and I'll be like, oh yeah, it's fine, go over, do it. And in the end, it became too difficult. So even though in my head I'm like, yeah, go over, fine, I support you, this, that, and another, it became too much because what I found is that when you have a little tiff, it's really hard to resolve. Because on here, you have a little tiff, you're together, let's meet up, let's have a chat, But when they're overseas, and it's a long time, like Japan, time difference, all of that, and before world of WhatsApp and all the way, this is way back in like college, uni years, so things are different. So when you have it was harder to resolve, and then it didn't work out, and it's just like you literally break up as that long distance relationship. But then I also would say that the breakup was right anyway, because when I started, I'm saying if they were worth staying with, it would have worked out. Like for example, now knowing Leanne, if Leanne wanted to go for a year, I'm not going to break up with her. Oh, we're going to fight through that through thick and thin. Do you know what I mean? So it always proves difficult, but if a relationship is worth it and it's going the right way, it'll go. And let's go grab Harper, but I'll give you a question that you can answer. Yeah, I've got a few minutes. What's the most expensive date you have taken your other half on?
And he's left with a buzz. What's the most expensive date you've taken your other half on? God, that's a good question. Let me have a think. It must be like a expensive date. Mine will probably have to be some sort of fine dining experience.
I can only think of meal unless you're such a baller that you took her on a jet somewhere for a date, or took her or like a day out overseas. Why is that buzzing sounds?
It's. I think, Vo, you put your phone next to your mic or something.
Oh, what's happened? Right.
No, we're just thinking.
Oh, did you? I've been away for so long. None of you answered that question.
No. I think it's good to share, but yeah, I think mine's the same as Will. Will said, fine dining.
I think mine is the most expensive is fine dining.
Do you remember how much?
Yeah, how much set you back, and where was it? And was it worth it?
It was at this Japanese restaurant. It was, I think, 400 to 500.
Oh.
Yeah, 4 to 5. From the
and
bill
was it
came.
worth it? Like, was it mind-blowingly good?
It was good. It was an amazing experience. She enjoyed it, which was the main thing. It was, can't really. Yeah, I think that was the most. Never again at that sort of level. But I think like some of these things you have to try at least once in your lifetime.
Yeah.
To know what it's like. But yeah, it is a lot of money. But yeah, I still remember that day clear as anything, with a lot of clarity, and it was really fun. But yeah, that was the most expensive.
Yeah, I went. I think all our answers would be fine dining, but yeah, I went to one recently for Leanne's. I was gonna say 30th, but it wasn't 30th. It was just for her birthday, just gone. But I was thinking, why did I go? Like, why did I spend so much for? When must have been her 30th? But no, it wasn't. It was just a recent one. But I think it was the restaurant we liked, Evelyn's Table. It's in Chinatown on a little pub. It's a 1 Michelin star. Have you heard of it, Will?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Evelyn's Table. It's really good. It's only like 12 seats, so they do 2 servings a day, 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. kind of thing. And it's only 12 seats. It's £150 each, so £300. But it was really good. And I'm looking to go again, because that's how it's like proper. Yeah, they make it in front of you, and all the dishes come and they do all that explaining. This is and you're listening. I just want to eat the damn thing, kind of thing. You have to pretend to be interested to be like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, like. And they do it for every dish, and there's like 8 dishes. So each dish they come and have that little chat, and you're like, I don't want to have to small talk, but I guess it all added to the atmosphere.
Yeah.
But yeah, if anyone is looking anyone looking for a good place, Google Evelyn's Table. Highly recommended.
Well, I'm not going to get a table now for all of these people.
Yeah,
like,
we'll book it. We'll book it before the video goes out.
Yeah,
but So, similar to you guys, fine dining, Michelin star, Chinese Michelin star.
You got your phone to the thing again?
That's not me.
Oh, keep going. Yeah.
Who's that?
It's always been where it was, so I don't think anything's changed. But anyway,
okay. So it was like newly opened. There was like a soft opening that we went to. Pretty decent. It was a I'll say it was really memorable. Yeah, it was. I think the food was good. It was.
What's the name of the restaurant?
It's called Guji.
Guji. Still around?
Yeah, it's next to Times Square.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, and yeah, it was nice. Decor's a bit basic, but it was like like they've got a Michelin star chef in there.
And then how much is that you back?
I think around 3.
So what, about 150 a head? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's about 3.
Yeah. And to be honest, I mean, 150 sounds a lot. I mean, it is a lot, I guess, but some of these places you go to, they're £80 anyway. You get me? You're not far off that. You know, for a box standard steak or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Food is getting expensive.
I think it's got. So, the food's got to be like amazing, and it was. And I think all our cases were agreed the food was amazing. That's what.
Like this one was actually worth it. I didn't run away thinking, oh my gosh, that's my friend food. Like I said, I got away from that thinking, man, that was so good. I would like to go again. So definitely experience it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a funny story. I've never told you guys this one before, but I'll tell you a funny story. It's a expensive first date.
Okay.
So
oh my God.
This girl, I booked in to go to Flatiron in London Bridge, and we set it out. We gave each other. I gave her the address and everything like that, and it's on the day. So I'm walking up towards the restaurant, and I've walked in and I see the manager. I go, oh yeah, because we were already texting already, and she had said that she arrived. So I was like, okay, she's here already. So I walk into the manager and say, this table under William Lung, and he said, yep, over this way. Walked over and there was no one there. I was like, I messaged her, are you here? And she said, yeah, I'm here. I'm sat at the table. And I looked around. It's like, I don't see you unless you're catfishing me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, oh, is there another flat iron around? And she said, yeah, there's one in Borough Market. And I said, oh, are you in the other branch? And then she goes, yeah, I'm sat at the restaurant and I can see Tower Bridge. I'm like, but you can't see Tower Bridge from Borough Market. So I'm like, oh, okay. So she's probably playing a game with me, like a dirty game with me, and she's stood me up, and I don't know why she's doing this to me. It might be a catfish or a guy playing a prank or whatever. So I go, okay, can you turn on your location then so that I can walk towards you? She turned it on and I said, oh, okay. So she is in the area. She's near Tower Bridge. So I'm walking along and like, there is no flat, because she's adamant that she's gone into flat irons. So, there's no flat iron here. So I'm walking and so I see a Gaucho's and I see a Italian restaurant next to it. So are you sure you're here? Yeah, I'm next to the Italian restaurant. So I'm like, okay, the flat iron must be past the Italian restaurant. So I walk past this. There's no restaurant there. And I'm thinking, I'm looking at Tower Bridge, and then I'm looking at Gaucho's, and I'm like, no.
She in there.
I looked at the thing, and they said, I'm sat by the window, and I'm walking towards Gaucho, and she's sitting in Gaucho's. And Gaucho's isn't the most cheapest place in the whole world, expensive, right?
Expensive.
And I had cancelled my booking in the London Bridge flat iron because I was like, oh, if she's gone to the Borough Market, then I'll just sit in the Borough Market. And he was like, are you sure you want to cancel? Yeah, just cancel it. It's fine. So I walk in, I see her sitting in Gaucho's. I walked in the thing. So flat iron? Yeah, yeah, it's flat iron. Even the lady just. I gave the lady address and she said, yeah, this is it. I was like, this is Gaucho's, right? It's like, yeah, flat iron. So, I was like, no fucking way. But to save embarrassment for all of us, I just sat down, looked at the menu, and I just thought, do you know what? I'm just going to have a nice time out today. Have a nice time. It just so happens you're here and you're going to have a nice time with me. So we just sat, ordered, and the bill came, and it was expensive. And I thought, do you know what? I'm not going to ask her to split. But yeah, it just so happened we saw each other again after anyway.
Oh, you did, yeah? I was going to say, did she get a second date?
She did get a second date.
Did she get a third date?
She did get a third date.
Okay, so it went on. It went on. The Gaucho thing.
It went on.
Yeah, the Gaucho thing was almost worth it.
Yeah,
and
it was funny, right? It was funny. So
hold on, where did the confusion come? Like, how did she end up in Gaucho compared? And
I don't know. She must have saw Steakhouse or whatever.
Okay,
but I think the confusion came when she went to the front of desk for Gauchos, and they were saying, "Well, we don't see a reservation, but here, sit down." Here, because she said, so what's the address of this place? And she gave the address, but I'm thinking that my date was here in a different
but
thing.
What's more funny about that? Because obviously flat iron is cheap steak, £10 steak. You went from £10 steak to £80.
Hey, come on, it's not a £10 steak. There's other options at flat iron.
Yeah.
There's other options at flat iron for sure.
But no, flat iron is
a good place to eat.
No, I've been there a few times. The view of London of Tower Bridge is really good.
No,
So at least you got that as well. But
sorry, I meant Tower Bridge, not London Bridge. I kept saying London Bridge.
Yeah, Tower Bridge. Yeah.
What I'd like to do, actually, just to digress a bit, when I go to the fine dining restaurants, I love going to the toilets to see how good they are. You can usually judge a plate. And the way I do it, they don't have paper towels. They have the proper like towel that you wash your hands and you put it in the basket.
You put it in the basket. Yeah.
That's how I usually.
That's when you know you made it.
Yeah, that's how you know you made it. Yeah, but I like going to I like going to toilets and what's the one? There's one in the Shard. And you go to like the 30th floor and the men's toilets. When you go to toilets, right, you're pissing on the glass to see outside. So literally, you're 36 floors up.
What?
And you're pissing, you're pissing on the glass, the urinals, and you can see like the whole of London.
Nice. This probably sounds quite symbolic of something, but anyway.
Yeah, that's if you get a chance to go to toilets and you get a good view of London when you do number one.
Okay, good stuff.
All right. Sounds like time's up. So thank you so much, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this week's podcast. Like I said, I keep saying it. Let's get to that 50. We just need 3 more. I think we can reach it.
I was going to say, how far away are we? 2 more.
We're on 47, and I think we've got a friend that is going to encourage other people to get on board. But if you subscribe, you won't miss a session from us. So, and the more people that subscribe, the more we're gonna keep going with it all. But yeah, like, comment if you got questions, put it in the comment sections, and we'll see you next week.
We've only got 6 more weeks of the season. So anyone.
Yeah. But we've got the Euros as well, but we'll talk about that later.
Okay. Bonus footy.
Bonus weeks.
Okay. All right. See you later, guys.
All right. See you later, everyone.